Okay, I'd like to show some of my UI design stuff that a large part I explore with S-Layer again. I'll start with some Garden Warfare 1 theme. We decided to go with cartoony like mouth pops. Some of them are really simple, little clicks, all that stuff. Record just any varieties that you want, tons of them. I've got 128, I think, little snips and little sounds. And then doing some simple layering and offsets of the timing. And come up with so you find ones that are, what's the accept button, what's the back button, what's maybe just like some little menu, what's a positive sound and a negative sound. That one might be negative. It sounds kind of positive. Yay! And we could use them for anything. Little screens popping up, little HUD things popping up. I think this was sort of the theme that we went with, and it's just randomly. Hey, that's a cool one. I kind of like that too. Save some snapshots and away you go. And it's fun. What do we got here? Card packs, yeah. This was also fun. I say fun a lot because my job is fun. So we have a card store, and you earn a pack or you buy a pack, and you open it, and there's a little bit of a loop section. It shakes and then it explodes open. So for the opening part of it, I wanted it to be really celebratory. So positive and fun. So if that's the theme, what are some of the elements? So I use sound of like fireworks and yippies, and I thought of like a Vanna White style, like reveal, because it kind of unfolds and reveals what you've been awarded or what was in the card pack. So a lot of keyboard runs of like glockenspiels and xylophones and just on the keyboard. I did some low sub hits just to give it some with some bells. So it's got a lot of different frequencies. I'll just run through some of them. So some of them feel, and oftentimes I'll do a lot of maybe just single layers or multiple layers, and then I'll do a final mastering and layering in Pro Tools where when I audition it in the game, maybe it's missing a mid-range, maybe all of them felt better with a vocal element of some kind of a Yahoo or giggles or something. Like those ones usually feel fun and celebratory. It's got some fireworks and a vocal element and a little like xylophone run. There's like a cartoon whistle. Ah. That one's a bit heavy. Like that. Just angelic. So yeah, I'll listen to them again too, and maybe I'll remove them. I'll just add some presets, and I just randomly, I had some cartoon sample maps, and maybe I had a vocal one. I'd customize specific maps just for card packs. And then I just randomly maybe reduce that hit a little bit, but there's that choir again. So that was fun. Beeps and boops. So we didn't need a lot of beeps and boops. Wasn't really, we didn't need necessarily the UI, the sci-fi like. What I did need is something for the computer consoles. So Zomboss has a bunch of computer consoles littered around, and it has his face on it, bright blinking LEDs. So I took a lot of little telemetry loops and computer beeps and some UI sounds, some single shot, some looping, and stuck it in here. Make them loop and just audition different layers. And you sometimes end up getting like cool alarm, like little alarm sounds too. So the ones I was looking for, I'm looking for fun ones, and I found that adding this modulation, assigning this modulation A, and it's got this little sine wave. And you get this pitch movement, and it sounds more fun. And that was the idea. I wanted you to walk by these consoles and you couldn't use it, but it was just this fun little thing. So I make a whole bunch of different loops, so every little console might have a different flavor. And without it, it's pretty cool too. So that's using the loop functionality of this. You can do some fun stuff. I'm going to show a little bit of some more HUD. I'm experimenting with different UI sounds for Crazy Dave versus Zomboss. So Crazy Dave tech is sort of lo-fi, and Zomboss might be a little more hi-fi because he's got mad science or something, and Dave's just got his old gear around the house. So I've got this lo-fi stuff for Dave, just like analog clicks. Noise, I've got like, tape noise, vinyl noise, weird radio noise. So maybe the Dave side of the UI might be this kind of analog. And this is by taking some lo-fi stuff and creating different sample maps. Play with ZomTech. So if ZomTech was more mad science hi-fi. Kind of fun. It always has to have some fun flavor. So a lot of these are too stale. I probably won't use it. I might try it. they gotta have a character. So it's a completely different set. Sort of more tonal for Zomboss. See if how we could separate those themes potentially, and then just started to make presets where I'm not doing all the stacks. I'm doing 8 per preset, and then I can play them. Maybe I want it more complex, and instead of randomly playing them all at the same time, you could start to perform some of them if you need it longer. So that's another technique for UI. The GNOME operating system, they've got kind of this retro thing. So more retro kind of just little palettes of sound. And the last thing I'll show you is sort of experimental, just messing around really. So I like to do weird stuff a lot, I find out. I've made this app at home. It's just it's a PS3 6-axis controller, and using Mac's MSP, I'm converting the game inputs to MIDI. I've done a lot of different versions of these. It's a lot of fun to just mess around with. You can use it for prototyping. For anything, you could just make it a musical instrument. There's also a sequencer tab where if you toggle the select and start and PS buttons, you could run 3 parallel sequencers, just because, I don't know, why not? But I got it set up to S-Layer, and I put magical sounds, and then I'm controlling some of the pitch and pan modulation and volume with the X and Y pads, which has these different spheres in it, and when you're within a sphere, it has this modulation output, and you could scale the outputs and assign the different CC values. And it's wireless, so it's fun to just not even be at your desk and randomly generate. I think some of these layers are looping randomly. I don't know which ones it will be. Randomly, so I think some of them are muted, some of them are reversed randomly. You might get some weird stuff. Actually, guaranteed you'll get some weird stuff. But you get the idea. It's fun. You can mess around with it and assign it to so many different things. Let me know if you find it interesting, And thanks for watching. Yeah, let me know if it's just too long and boring too. Thanks. Okay, bye.